I want to share my experience during the campaign, the election period, and the challenges I faced at the time. Okay, so what I realized was, I know obviously some of these things, these issues has been addressed. I think George Galloway, some of the things he said basically reassured me that, because I feel like the election was actually called to undermine our movement. I feel we were specifically targeted because obviously Regis Unak and his part of his groups, they basically see what's going on, what's happening with the Workers' Party, and they decided to call it the election end, so to undermine us. Okay, so there's a lot of, obviously because of that, it created a lot of challenges because some of us, like myself, I was very new to the party, never done this before, and then it's like when I received my nomination later, it's basically, I just went basically from blank from there. Okay, a lot of my colleagues here, you know, I would like to name a lot of them, but there's quite a lot of them that actually helped me with the leaflet, template, everything. So another challenges that I faced was actually talking to my local constituents and the people in my community who never heard of the Workers' Party. And in the demographic of these people, I noticed a lot of older generation doesn't know anything about the Workers' Party, and the younger generation doesn't even also know anything about the Workers' Party. And I realized when I talked to the older generation, the issue was most of these people, they watch something like the BBC, the mainstream media, and I'm thinking, well, if they watch the mainstream media like the BBC, how are they still going to recognize our Workers' Party? And I think we still face this challenge today and tomorrow. So it's up to the party now to devise a strategy of how to reach these older generations, because obviously the mainstream media are not sympathetic to us. They're not going to put a message out there. So how do we reach this older generation? The next part is the younger generation. We know that the younger generation, whenever they get involved, the movement seems to progress. We've seen this during Liberal Democrats when they supported the students. A lot of students supported the Liberal Democrats at the time because of the tuition fees. They were let down. And under Jeremy Corbyn, a lot of young people joined the Labour Party. Actually, that's also when I joined the Labour Party. Unfortunately, I left the Labour Party. I know a lot of people here can relate to the same as well. So how do we get to the younger generation? We know that the younger generation didn't vote on this in the last general election. Okay, that's why the turnout was very low. So we need to devise a strategy to reach them, whether expanding our social media coverage, not only on export, anywhere we can take the movement, to take the message to the younger generation. I think if we can focus on this, the older generation, which we can be reached because they watch the mainstream media, and the younger generation, which we know with their support. I mean, we see a lot of things that's happening in terms of the Gaza situation, where there's a Palestinian youth demand is the young people are going to prison, are being arrested because of the support the movement. So we know there's a lot of young people who are disfranchised, who are sympathetic to our movement, who wants to join us, but they know where we are, who we are, and we need to find a way to reach them. So with this, I think in the next generation, we are. I'm reassured and convinced that we're going to be doing very well in the next generation. Thank you very much.